Hello guys, welcome to the Mainframe Grow YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss VSAM interview questions and answer which are mostly asked in an interview. Question first, is VSAM a database and why do we use VSAM? It's a file management system. VSAM are not aware of the internal structure of the stored record and hence cannot handle requests that rely on a request of that structure. What is internal structure of which VSAM is not aware? Let me tell you by example. What is internal structure? You know DB2 table, okay, and there is at one side there is VSAM, okay. If you will open DB2 table, you will first see header, okay, and then you will see in first record there is first record. In first row there is first record and in second row there is second record. But in case of VSAM, you will direct see record, like in first row there is first record and in second row there is second record, okay. In DB2 table you will see the header, okay, means it show the layout of the data. But in case of VSAM, it doesn't provide the layout for the data. For that you need to use the copybook, okay, to map the data with the field, okay. And why do we use VSAM? It is a high performance access method used to organize data in form of files in mainframe. VSAM is used by COBOL and CICS in mainframe to store and retrieve data. VSAM makes it easier for application program to execute an input-output operation. Question second, is it necessary that data loaded into a VSAM file should have sorted key? Yes. If you have opened a VSAM file, you will see the data sorted based on the primary key. Like by example, you can see here in first step we are sorting the data based on the primary key, which is from first column to fourth column, and in second step we are loading the sorted data into the VSAM file using REPRO keyword, okay. In first step you will see sorted key in PS file, okay, and in second step you will load that sorted key data into the VSAM file. How can we edit the VSAM file? You can edit the file using fileed tool by a sort utility, okay, and there are like browse option available also in edit also available option available into the fileed tool. If you will open through fileed, you will see there like fmt mode and char mode, vfmt mode, unformat mode. In char format you will see the file like a normal file, okay, and you can give also here the copybook, means which will be mapped with the data, okay. And you can also do here like there is quick search, which record you want to search, means which record you want to filter, you can use quick here. Like there is selection usage criteria usage, okay. And like in char format you will see the data like in a simple file, like you will open like PS file, you will see that like that. But in app format you will see the data in front of each field, like employee number is 1 and employee name is Mahinder and employee salary is 2000. This is for first row. If you want to see another row, then you need to press F11. You will see the second row data here, okay. And in VFMT format you will see the data below this, like below the field, like employee number is 1 to 4 length below this, and name you will see below this field, like it is from 5 to 14, and you will see salary, you will see like 15 to 20 column, okay. And now what is difference between control interval and control area? Control interval is represented in the unit of 1 or 0. CA is represented in the unit of cylinder. The unit range is from 512 bytes to 32 bytes. The maximum size of one record in CA is 1 cylinder, but minimum is 1 track. It is the smallest unit for the dataset. CA is group of control interval. Okay. It offers good performance for sequential processing. The performance of CA depends upon the reserved space during the time of dataset creation. The one similarity between the control interval and control area is the way of filling them. Both follow these steps to fill in these with the data. VSAM dataset are held on the dash D. Okay, VSAM divides its dataset storage into control area, which are further divided into the control intervals. Control intervals are the unit of the data transmission between the virtual and auxiliary storage. Each one is of fixed size and in general contain a number of records. But in KSDS or ESDS, it have records that extend over more than one control interval. Okay, like one record will extend into the two control interval. So those records are called span record. What is the organization for a KSDS in COBOL select statement? Like first organization is sequential. In this, access method is sequential. That means the accessing of the data can be done sequentially. The data can be added from one side and removed also from one side in a sequential manner. Like you are adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row, and then you will remove from this side only. Like you want to delete the record, you will delete from this side only. Okay. And in index, in this entry are index, and according to the indexing only the accessing will be made available to the data set that are used in the organization of VSAM. The index consists of keys that are used to uniquely identify the data that are provided for the use. And direct access, in this the data can be accessed in a direct way, or it can be said that there is no restriction on how the data can be retrieved. Any data can be pulled anytime and used. What do you think will be the output if an empty VSAM file is open in a COBOL program? Opening a VSAM file that has no record in it is not possible, means it is empty. Okay, empty file as opened as input is not possible. It will become unavailable for the user trying to do so. Rather than an empty file can be opened for the purpose of some output. COBOL will write a dummy record in the file and delete it when a user open it for some output. Like there is one empty file. Okay, like there is one empty file. Okay, one file you have empty VSAM file. Okay, VSAM file. First file you have opened as a input, and second file you have opened as a output. Okay, it means our job will fail at input because it will not able to open the empty VSAM file. But like we have empty output file only, and this is PS file. Then what will happen? It will open the output VSAM file if it is even empty. Okay. Return code 160 means that VSAM file is empty and you are trying to open a empty file as input. So you will receive 160 return code. CICS, however, CICS hides all these restrictions from you, allowing to use an empty dataset in the same way as a dataset that contain data regardless of the access mode. You can also give like dummy record also in a dataset. Okay, and can open the VSAM file. Like in first record you can give low value data. Okay, then you can open VSAM file very easily. Why do we use REPRO command? It is the general purpose command that can operate on both VSAM and non-VSAM dataset. It performs three basic functions. It loads an empty VSAM cluster with the record. The data and index component for KSDS are built automatically. Second function is it creates a backup of a VSAM dataset on a physical dataset, and later it can be used for restore or rebuild the VSAM dataset. Okay, like you can take the backup of VSAM file into a VS file. Okay, and it merged the data from two VSAM file also. Like there is one REPRO command through which you can load data from one VSAM to another VSAM as well. Okay, like there is some important point. When loading a KSDS using REPRO, the input data should be first sorted in ascending sequence by the field that will become the primary key in the output dataset. Means it should be sorted in the KSDS file. When loading an ESDS file, the sorted step can be eliminated since the record are loaded in entry sequence. For an RRDS, the records are loaded in relative record sequence. Starting with 1, the data set should be sorted on the field that correlate to the relative record number. And what is replaced in VSAM dataset? This is optional parameter which is used to merge records into a VSAM file. Okay, this has meaning only when the target dataset already has records. It eliminates the record with duplicate primary key from input file. Like it has and we have one VSAM file, and here is like another VSAM file KSDS1. It has already data. Okay, and the same data is available in our input file. So what it will do, it will replace the data from the output file and copy the new data into this based on the primary key. Okay, but we need to give here replace keyword for doing that. And second question is, what is the VSAM file status 21, 22, 23, 24, 02 and 98. 21 sequence error while performing write or changing key on rewrite. Like we have VSAM file and we have record, like we have primary key like 1, 2, 5, 7. Okay, like you want to replace that key with 10. Okay, like we have replaced it with 10, so it will throw that error, that kind of error, sequence error. Okay, means it will not possible to do that, but you can do here too. You can do here too, because this is in the sorted order. And second 22 is primary duplicate key found, and 23 return code face when record not found or file not found, and 24 is come when key outside boundary of file, and 02 come when non-unique alternate index duplicate key is found, and 98 return code is thrown when file is locked and open is failed. And what are function of ESDS, KSDS and RRDS and LDS file? In ESDS, an ESDS dataset is one in which each record is identify its relative byte address. Records are held in a ESDS in the order in which they are first loaded into the dataset. New records added to the ESDS always go after the last record in the dataset. You cannot delete record or alter their lengths. After a record has been stored in an ESDS, its RBA remains constant. Okay. When browsing, records are retrieved in the order in which they were added to the dataset. A standard RBA is an unsigned 32-bit number. The use of a 32-bit RBA means that a standard ESDS cannot contain more than 4 GB of data. But now 64-bit RBA come, so more than 4 GB limit available. And what about KSDS? It has records which is identified by a key. Okay, and each key must be unique in the dataset. When the dataset is initially loaded with the data or when new records are added, the logical order of the record depends on the collating sequence of the key field. This also fixes the order in which retrieve records when you browse through the dataset. To find the physical location of a record in a KSDS, VSAM creates and maintains an index. This relates the key of each records to the record's relative location in the dataset. When you add or delete record, this index is updated accordingly. And what about RRDS? It has records that are identified by their relative record number by RRN. The first record in the dataset is RRN1 and second is RRN2 and so on. Records in an RRDS can be fixed or variable length record, and the way in which VSAM handles the data depends on whether the dataset is a fixed or variable RRDS. Okay, a fixed RRDS has fixed length slots predefined to VSAM into which records are stored. The length of a records on a fixed RRDS is always equal to the size of the slot. VSAM locate records in a fixed RRDS by multiplying the slot size by the RRN to calculate the byte offset from the start of the dataset. A variable RRDS can accept records of any length up to maximum for the dataset. In a variable RRDS, VSAM locate the records with an index. Okay, a fixed RRDS generally offer better performance. A variable RRDS offer greater functions. Okay, and what about LDS? LDS is a kind of non-VSAM file with some VSAM facility like use of IDCAM and VSAM specific information in the catalog. DB2 is currently the biggest user of the linear data sets. IDCAM is used to define an LDS, but it is accessed using a data in virtual macro. Okay, and linear data set doesn't have concept of records. Linear dataset doesn't contain RDF and CIDFs as it doesn't have any control information embedded in CI. Data that can be accessed as a byte address string in virtual storage in linear dataset means data can be addressed as a byte address string. Linear dataset has a control interval size of 4 KB. Which type of VSAM files are supported by CICS? CICS support access to the following type of the dataset: KSDS, ESDS and RRDS. Can we use the join key on VSAM file? Yes, we can use the join key. Like we have one input file which have like a roll number, student name and then department number. We want to merge the data based on the primary key. This is like 001, this is key, our key, and this is here also 001 key. We want to merge this data with the marks, total marks. Okay, for that we are writing like we have given, we are using here sort utility, and then we are using in1 means first VSAM file dataset which contain this data, and into this is into. Okay, into, so we are using this second file. Okay, and then there is output file which will be like this, which will be this. Okay, and we main important is this how we are using this, like 1 to 5 like join key F1, like we have in1, there should be in1. Okay, IN1 and IN2. Okay, and then field 1 to 5A, like this is from 1 to 5, and in second file there is from 11 to 11, from 11 for 5 byte, like it is from 11 to 5 byte. Okay, and like reformat field, it will come like it first 40 bytes should be picked from the first input file, and then 21 from 21 of 3 length should be picked from this int file. So our in output file will be look like this after executing our JCL. And why do we use alternate index? How can we create an AIX? KSDS dataset is currently accessed using a primary key. If we want to access the dataset randomly with another key, which we call alternate key, then we should use AIX. In other words, an alternate index is a file that allow access to a VSAM dataset by a key other than the primary one. Okay, then we use AIX. Or if we want to access ESDS file randomly based on key, define alternate index command, define an alternate index, like we are using define AIX, then we will give the name of the alternate index which we are going to create, and then we are going to use relate, means it we are going to give here VSAM file name, then control interval size 4096, and then record size, what should be record size, and then like volume, then track, and non unique key should be there, and upgrade, and what should be key, like it is from 4th column of up to 10 length, like relate is used for VSAM, and unique is duplicate are allowed and not allowed in alternate key, and key is used for define the length and offset of the alternate key in base cluster, and upgrade specify the alternate index should be modified if the base cluster, I mean if VSAM is modified, then our AI should be modified. If we have specified non-upgrade, it will not update the alternate index when VSAM is updated. Okay, but upgrade is by default. And record size, specify the record size of alternate records. Thank you guys for watching the video, and for your all support. I hope you like the video. Please subscribe the channel.